New satellite analysis reveals disturbing details about the so-called humanitarian aid distribution compounds built by Israel, the US, and the shadowy Gaza Humanitarian Foundation in Gaza. These 5 fortified facilities, operational since late May 2025, are being touted as solutions to the famine crisis, but their design and location tell a different story. First, geography betrays their purpose. For compounds cluster near Israel's Morag military corridor in southern Gaza, while the fifth sits by the Netzarim corridor. Crucially, over 1 million Palestinians trapped in Gaza City are completely cut off from accessing any compound. They'd need to cross barren rubble fields, traverse the deadly Netzarim corridor, a fortified military zone, and enter Israel's buffer zone, where civilians are banned on pain of attack. Even those in southern enclaves face grueling journeys on foot across destroyed landscapes with no transport. The compounds themselves resemble military installations, not aid centers. Satellite imagery shows identical designs across all sites: high berms, sandbag walls, guard towers overlooking fenced choke points. Aid recipients are funneled through narrow, exposed corridors that military tacticians term fatal funnels, maximizing surveillance and vulnerability. There are no basic humanitarian provisions, no shade in the scorching heat, no water access, no toilets, no medical stations. Armed private security contractors, many combat veterans, operate these sites under Israeli military overwatch. This architecture violates every established principle of humanitarian aid distribution, which prioritizes dignity, accessibility, and de-escalation. Instead, the layout induces stress and panic in a traumatized population forced to interact with the very forces that have besieged them for over a year. Unsurprisingly, early operations have already seen chaotic and violent incidents, dismissed by Israel as Hamas sabotage, but predicted by aid groups as inevitable outcomes of this securitized model. Most alarmingly, the compounds lie south of the Morag corridor, an area Israeli officials have repeatedly signaled as the intended holding zone for Palestinians forcibly displaced from northern Gaza during future military operations. Combined with the distribution model, which requires starving families to make regular perilous journeys for precisely measured 3.5-day food rations, these compounds appear less about relief and more about population control and forced displacement. As the report concludes, they reflect a logic of control, not assistance, making their designation as humanitarian hubs a dangerous misnomer.